so cute. Yes, I really could. He looks like a piece of art. Hi friends, welcome back to the channel, or welcome to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Peachy, and today we are going to be diving into a very different style of interview. Today we're going to be watching Mr. Kim Namjoon on Fashion Neurosis with Bella Frood, a renowned fashion designer, which is so freaking cool. I mean, it looks like Bella has a really cool system going on her YouTube channel. She lays these amazing celebrities, icons with cool fashion sense down on the couch and asks them questions, and I guess they're going to be exploring, style, what fashion means to them, how they can express their identity through fashion. And I think that is awesome, because I do think a lot of people who might not know about the fashion industry that much might just look at people wearing beautiful clothing and think that that's the extent of it. But no, even I've been diving into fashion a little more since getting into BTS, and I think it is a really cool way to express yourself, and it really is a cool way to form an identity and to constantly evolve and change and grow. And I know Mr. Kim Namjoon has gone through a lot of identity fashion changes over the years, so I'm excited to see, honestly, what the heck they talk about. I think it's going to be so much fun. And again, this is so different from the content I'm usually used to watching with BTS, so I'm sad, girl. I'm actually sad. Now, before we get into the video, I want to remind you guys that I post videos every single day because of your love and support, and I'm so grateful for that. So make sure you drop a like, comment, and subscribe so we can keep chilling every day. And if you like bonus content, early access, or live streams, make sure you check out my Patreon. The link is in the description box down below. Let's get it. Ooh, slay. Fashion Neurosis with Bella Frood.
Hi, come in.
This feels so RM coded already. Ah, my God. He's so stunning.
Welcome
so
to Fashion Neurosis, RM.
Thank you for having me. It's my pleasure, and it's really nice and comfy here.
Okay, that smile could make a grown grandpa cry. Who is crying over the smile right now? Me. He is so stunning, and I cannot wait to look at this man on a cozy couch. He's just so gorgeous.
Can you tell me what you're wearing today and why you chose these particular clothes?
So this is the
Sorry, I have not seen any clips from this besides that intro part. So I didn't know he was right next to her. That looks hilarious with his damn cowboy boots on, looking so cute in his all denim outfit. He is slaying the house down boots, mama.
new season of.
Let me put it
Particular
back.
clothes.
So this is the new season of Prada. It's also one of my favorite brand, and leading by Raf Simons, and he's also my favorite. And to be honest, I'm really these days I'm really counting on my stylist, which is my friend. Shout out to Kim, and he recommended this shirt because usually I really like this kind of muted and bleached, dyeings from the natural elements. So with this color, I feel really natural and myself.
Hey, I love that. Yeah. I love that because I see that every time Kim Namjoon wears earthy tones. They suit him so well. That man is an earthy guy. I love it. He looks so stunning. And every time he was looking into the camera, oh, it's going to be a lot of getting wrecked by Namjoon this video. I already know it.
That's such an important thing, that clothes, they have the power to really free you from self-consciousness.
Sometimes.
And you're the leader of BTS, one of the biggest bands of all time. And you've sold over 40 million albums, and you're the only band since the Beatles to have 3 #1 albums in a year. And you have a humility that's not associated normally with pop music. And I wondered why that's important to you.
I think I never had a wish to be this big, because I always wanted to have, such influence to, when you become an artist or a influencer, then
Oh my God, sorry. I am listening to what he's saying, okay? But the British accent is so out, and I love that whenever he's in the UK, The British accent is out. Like, it's just so cute.
An artist or a influencer, then sometimes you really want to reach as many as you can. So when you are in the middle of the pop music industry, particularly, it feels really easy to be just interrupt and to be feeling like you have to make people happy and you have to do better on the charts, and you're in the mainstream, so you should keep your influence and impact by the numbers and stuff. But why I chose this thing, no, maybe it's not that I chose. Somebody gave this thing to me, and if there's a reason, then I have a belief that it should be still starting from the like somewhere else, not like you're trying to give people like something. It should be rooted from where you are right now and what you are going through in your actual life, and the influences, the inspirations you're having from the life itself. So I think it's all about balance. So, now I'm in the middle of the pop industry, so I have to keep the balance, like try to keep the distance from the numbers and impact itself, and try to get close to the nature and all those kind of things that are not related to this such a fast era.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you can stay connected to the idea that is your inspiration.
Yes, because as a young man, I'm 30. I'm 31, by the way. It is.
He's so cute. He is so cute. Oh my gosh. I love that he's really taking these questions seriously. Like, wow, he's diving deep, Maybe it's the couch setting, but I'm a young man. I'm 31, by the way. Like, he is just so sweet, always giving everybody full context, making sure everybody knows what he's talking about. Like, that is so precious to me. I don't know. I thought that was so cute.
I'm 30. I'm 31, by the way. It is really not that easy to be not to be interrupted by all those shorts and reels and clips.
Yeah.
It makes me really nervous and keep making me feel like I have to do something, like every day, every time I have to leave something, but it's gone so fast. So
That's true. Wow.
I have my biggest fear for those waves coming through so fast.
God, it's a real mantle that you're wearing. And was fashion a thing in your home? And I wondered if anyone in your family was there anyone whose style influenced you?
My father wanted to be like a cartoon artist. I don't know what it is called in English. He wanted to
Like manga?
He wanted to draw cartoons, but at that time in Korea, we were really poor and we got nothing. So my grandmother stopped him from what he really wanted to do. And my mother was a teacher. And so I think my father had some such craving and eager for something else except studies and jobs and stuff.
He was a creative.
So he was really quite supportive from for what I was trying to do, which is music.
Yeah.
And my mother, she was really always
Against it.
trying to give me the stability and telling me not to challenge too much, just be in the safe zone. And I was like a small, like a clock pin going back and forth with
love
my
his
father and mother.
analogies.
So I think
Or
I've
metaphors.
learned the balance from my parents, and they were such great parents to me.
Oh, what the heck? That is so sweet. He answers questions in a way that I would not expect. You know, like the question was, does anybody else in your family, like, do you take fashion inspiration from them? And he's telling us all this extra lore that I would have never expected that we would get. And honestly, now that I think about it, I don't know a lot about Namjoon's parents. So that was very nice. The fact that his dad wanted to be a cartoon artist, and then his mom told him, you know, just lock in, like, don't do that, you need to pay your bills. And his mom was a teacher, so it's cool that he had like both ends of the spectrum. One person really trying to make sure that he has stability and doesn't, you know, stray too far from like societal expectations, and his dad, who never got to live his dreams because he had to pay bills, be like, nah man, go for it, do what I didn't do, you know. Like, that is so cool. And I like that he doesn't talk smack about his mom not wanting him to like pursue music. He says she wanted me to have stability, and I think that's such a beautiful way of looking at it, because that's his mom. Obviously, she's doing it out of the love and care in her heart. She wants her son to be successful, and she wants her son to not struggle. So I love that he looks at it like that, and not from like an angsty teenager, like, heck you, mom, look, I made it, you suck. Like, that's very nice, actually.
Because you've described experiencing Stendhal syndrome, where looking at certain works of art and
Yes.
feeling overwhelmed by the intensity of what you see. And I wondered if you'd ever had those kind of intense and extreme reactions to any fashion.
I still remember when I first looked at the clothes of Rick Owens,
Yeah.
and he was also in fashion Neurosis, I know,
Yeah.
because I watched it. And so there was a store in Seoul, but it's gone right now, maybe because of the COVID. But I remember like in 2014 or 15, I got no money. I couldn't afford any piece of Rick, but I still remember when I first entered the store of Rick Owens in Seoul. So there was a big sculpture of him, of course, and all those like black waves and darkness of his world. And the silhouettes, they were really elegant. And I think that was the first time that I've got like such like a Stendhal syndrome for clothes.
I've never heard of that term.
I first realized that, a color called black could be various like this. And I got shocked.
Oh, that's so cute. I feel bad. The name Rick Owens sounds so familiar, but is that the Ric Flair? No, that's Ric Flair. Rick Owens, that name sounds so familiar, but I can't place it. So I wish I had like the visuals, you know, to go along with that. But Namjoon is really good at describing things. So I think I'm like painting the picture in my head a little bit of what he's talking about.
Such a great description, because he's just so evocative, and everything he does is so provocative and also so moving, really, isn't it? Yeah, that must have been an amazing experience.
I still love his clothes and, of course, his words. One of my favorite quotes from his fashion Neurosis was that, you know, it went viral. Like, maybe like the people who don't care about fashion. Fashion is not their priorities, and it could be hot.
Yeah.
I love that quote.
I know. He's so great. I'm so glad you enjoyed that. It was my first. He was my first guest.
Oh my God,
And
cool.
he was like a talisman. So it's lovely that he comes back into our conversation.
Oh,
He is amazing.
That's so awesome.
And being visible from such a young age, how much of your identity do you hide or reveal through what you wear?
I describe it as like a life of an undercover.
Oh.
It's like you be a thief at night and act like a police officer at daytime, in the daytime. And I think I had a tough time for long to just admit it. Because when I was in my 20s, I thought that I should have an edge, and I should be defined and described as just like a one edge. Mm-hmm. But as time passed by, and I got to realize that a human being and an identity could be really, it's always like so much of a complex and complicated. And it was all about the contradictions and dualities. So I'm still fighting with all those contradictions, that how much should I reveal myself to the others, to the public? Or how much should I hide my privacy? Or I'm still figuring out like what to show and what to hide.
Yeah.
But I think the best way to reveal your real things is the art itself. For me, it's music. So I'm trying to reveal my bad things and demons I want to spit out as music.
Yeah. I suppose that's what people can really relate to as well, because there is no such thing as a completely pure person. It's such a comforting thing to hear that described.
True.
In music.
Yes, it's amazing that, when we see the great artists, their personal story could be universal. I think that's the beauty of an art. When it comes to a painter, a sculptor, or a fashion designer, architect, novelist, musician, their personal histories and their ways of dealing with their own trials and hardships in their lives. But all we could witness is their results and their final pieces of their digestion. And I think that is so beautiful to watch, and I always wanted to be someone like that.
Well, you are.
Yeah.
I mean, you seem...
Yeah.
I'm trying.
Yeah.
You are
I suppose
king.
that is the difference maker, is that we try and it continue. That's the thing that drives us forward. And you come across as a very thoughtful person, and you cite a lot of literary influences from writers like, including George Orwell and Murakami and even Carl Jung. And I wondered, what was the first book that changed your life?
Ooh.
I think...
that's a good question for Namjoon.
Well, just to add, I think I read much more when I was younger.
Oh,
And all those social media keeps making me not to read books. It's getting
Clock
really
it.
harder and harder
Clock it.
to watch cinemas and read books these days, because I feel like bored sometimes. I could watch the movies on Netflix and we could always stop. So these days, it feels like a luxury to go to a theater and
yes.
make our phone to an airplane mode.
Yeah.
And just to be just leaded by a single director's intentions and artistry.
Oh my God, I
It's a
love
really,
that.
really, it's
I love
becoming more rarer and rarer experience these days.
Wow.
So I think my first book, like,
Wait, just to touch on that, I love that. I love how self-aware he is. I like that he doesn't come on this interview and is boasting about how much he reads all the time and, hides the fact that social media is consuming his time. Because even though Kim Namjoon is that scholar that we all know, he's still human. And the feeling of instant gratification when you're scrolling on TikTok or whatever, and you get the funnies, you laugh, you cry, you feel all these emotions just with one swipe of your thumb. So it's so hard to feel the like urge to want to watch longer form content. But like he said, it is a luxury. It is a luxury to put the phone away and just see what the director intended for you. And that's honestly why I love reacting to BTS with you guys, because I'm off my phone. If you don't know where I come from, I was always like a short form content creator, TikToks, and then Twitch streams. So we're always gaming. Something's always fueling my brain like heavily, like ADHD mode. So when I watch BTS interviews, documentaries, shows, anything where I can just sit there, my phone is nowhere on, bothering me. It's like I actually love that I can sit here and just stare at them and just watch this with you. Like, it really is so nice, because even when I watch movies by myself on the couch or whatever, I'm still scrolling my phone the whole time I'm watching the movie. Like, it's so bad. But I love that this is my space to just sit and watch. Yes.
Stendhal syndrome was. So I think my first book, like a Stendhal syndrome, was for books. I think it was Damien, if it's right, by Hermann Hesse.
Yeah.
Yes. And because I think I discovered the essence and the reality of my what do we call it? Like jealousy.
So interesting. Yeah.
Because, Damien is being described like a perfect human being, very ideal type of human being. And the phrases, the start was really powerful, like about the bird and the egg, and about the abraxas. So I think I've read it over like 4 or 5 times
Oh, wow. Oh, my
Really?
God.
when I was young.
Whoa.
I think I should read it again.
Whoa.
Yeah, I want to read it now. You're
too.
describing it. It's
The book of Damien sales skyrocketing after this interview. Be honest. Did you buy it? Did you go read it? I've never heard of this book in my life, but I've also never reread a novel more than once. I can't lie to you. So it has to be a good book.
It felt like for me, felt like a school life at that time. The bad feelings and like jealousy I've had for the kids, the friends I have in my class, like very tall, very handsome, very smart.
He's
or
described
like,
being himself.
very good at sports, who's always popular from the girls. So I could reflect.
Wait, did he read that book 4 times just to make himself Damien? Because he's tall, handsome, popular with the girls, the boys, the gays, and the theys. Like, you know what I mean? Like, he just became that. But I think he always was that, honestly.
My real life, even though if I was a teenager at that time. Yeah, I remember that.
It's such a good book to have found because jealousy can be such a thwarting and crushing feeling. And
I hate that emotion.
I remember my shrink saying to me, I was talking about...
Wait, I can't believe she just said shrink. I thought that word was outdated, but maybe not. Maybe it's not. I don't know. I haven't heard that word in a hot minute. Psychiatrist? Is a shrink a psychiatrist or a therapist, or it could be used for either or?
Remember my shrink saying to me, I was talking about feeling how bad I felt to feel competitive with someone. And he said, well, you can treat it as a game and to read something at that young age, so kind of philosophical, and also that it's actually not that bad to feel jealous. It's part of finding out what you can handle. It seems an amazing book. How did you find that book?
It was being treated like a classic and very, very recommended by the parents and teachers. So I think my parents always took me to the city library every weekend. And I think that's one of the best things that a parent, like parents could do to their kids.
Oh.
So they just naturally gave me the chance to reach all those great answers and interesting results of the ancestors.
Yeah.
That's my...
Yes.
I love that. I love that so much. My mom would always send me to take my little sister to go to the library all the time. But I loved it. He's so right. Like just being surrounded by all that literature. Yes. Okay. But also my library had a computer that we could use with the library card. And we played SpongeBob games on there religiously. So, I was becoming a gamer and also a girl who would read to my little sister. It was great. But I do love how much he's shouting out his parents in this interview. I think that's really, really nice. Because now finding out that his mom was a teacher, it makes so much sense. All the kids I went to high school with where their parents were the teachers, they were on another level, Denise. They were on another level in every sense of the word. They were smarter, they were faster, they were more athletic, they were everything. I was always jealous because it makes sense that a parent who is a teacher knows how to put their kid on like the right track to success. It's cool. It was cool to see. And yeah, I was jealous of those kids too. Yeah, I was, actually. They were really nice too. That was the worst part. I wanted to hate them like Dinkelberg, but I couldn't because they were so nice. And they were just better than me. And it didn't even matter. But, it's all good. It fueled my fire, I guess.
Because you have the demeanor of a man with the burden of the leadership and how to use his power in a conscientious way. And I wondered, how do you deal with the loneliness that comes with being a leader?
I'm effing lonely.
It's still hard because I was the first the member of the team, the band, and the label did give me a lot of burden to put the team together as a team. And
I'm sorry. Why am I gonna cry just based off his facial expression dropping at that question? Like he literally, look at this, from this to this, it like drops so fast. And I love that he's like so honest with us now. And I love that he's honest with Big Hit too about the burden that they put on him. But it's always like such a pleasure to hear him speak to us about these issues. I'd rather him be open and honest, even if it hurts my feelings, than him hold on to these burdens by himself and like just deal with that pain by himself like he always had before. Like, no, talk to us, babes. Just talk to us. The real ones, we got you.
Team together as a team. And we had such different backgrounds from different cities and different tastes, different dreams. So I think I was really like overwhelming or very like a powerful type of like bossy type of leader
You were so
for the
young.
first like 8-9 years. But as the team got bigger and they have their own names and careers, it just didn't work out anymore. So, of course, I mean, they grew up a lot also. So after that, I've changed the way to communicate. And I think a leader is just like this. For example, everybody is lying on the couch and the window is open and it's too cold. So somebody has to close it. But nobody wants to because it's too comfy here lying on the couch. It's so annoying. If one single person has to stand up and get off the couch and walk a few steps to close the door, then I think that's what a leader does for every part of the team. That's all.
Why is that analogy going to make me burst into tears? It's literally about a window being open, but the way he described it is beautiful. Like, you're so comfy on the couch, nobody wants to close the window, but the leader will do that. Even though it also is a burden to them, they'll take on that burden for the team. Like, they'll literally take one for the team. Oh, that's why I love Junie so much. I think he makes things so like applicable to so many things. Like, I don't know how to explain it, but I think he can talk in a way that just resonates with a lot of different types of people. And I think he talks about complicated things in a way where people who might not be in that situation can still understand what he's saying. And he does it in such a caring, thoughtful manner. It's just like, oh my gosh, when I say I could listen to him talk all day, I really could.
That's a huge thing, isn't it?
It is a huge thing for some situations.
Mm. I suppose by getting up to close the window, you risk losing your place on the cozy couch. And it is the act of courage and confidence as well.
So I think it's basically really just annoying to be a leader, but it's like I just couldn't let anybody
else
do it. Because I was like, if somebody has to do it, then it should be me. And because I just can't watch somebody else just doing it. And if it's not working out as I expected, then I could be more stressed out. So I think that's why. And when they sometimes just tell me that I know your efforts and I'm really happy to have a leader like you, and all those stress, they're gone. So that's the beauty of the team.
Yeah.
I love how he's describing this. I think I also have always fallen into the leadership role, even though I am introverted and an anxious girl and high strung. I don't want to see other people with that burden on them. So I naturally just step up to a role that nobody else wants because I'm like, okay, y'all, let's do this. Like, I don't want anybody else to have to deal with that extra burden. And then also, like what he said, I'm also a control freak in the way that if I see somebody else leading, but they're not actually a leader, and then they're not clocking things and things aren't going as they're supposed to, then I get annoyed. So I might as well be the leader, even if it is annoying, even if it is extra effort. At least I'm, in charge of certain things. And if it falls apart, then it's on me. But if it goes great, then it's on me. And that's great. But I love that he's like so open about, he's like, it's annoying to be the leader. Like, hearing that come out of Namjoon's mouth feels so good. He's keeping it 100 now. I love that.
So that's the beauty of the team.
Yeah.
Look at him. As soon as he starts talking about the BTS members, he starts giggling. He looks so happy, and that makes me so happy for him.
Well, you're clearly very good at it because it's...
Yes, it's been 15 years I have been living with them, and I spent half of my life literally with the 6 members. By the way, we have 7 members in the team.
Yes.
Usually it's 4, but we're 7.
Really? Gosh.
The lucky number.
Yeah.
So it's a lot.
Oh my God, that laugh is gonna kill me. Why is he so gorgeous? Usually it's 4 in a K-pop group, an idol group. The only group I know with 4 is Card, the 2 guys and 2 girls. But I don't know. What about Cat's Eye? Oh, that's touchy. Never mind. Let's not go there. Let's continue.
Gosh.
I didn't mean to be messy.
Yeah.
I did
So
not
it's
mean
a
to be
lot.
messy. I think they had 5, and now I think they have 4.
Wonderful. Because for your solo album, Right Place, Wrong Person, you worked with Wing Shah,
Yes.
the legendary stills photographer who
He's
worked
legend.
with Wong Kar-wai. And his lighting techniques and framing, they propose you as an ordinary individual, but clearly an exceptional person. And in fashion, everyone's obsessed with a mood for love. And it's such a romantic, melancholy choice. And are those introspective moods somewhere you feel comfortable?
Yeah, that's my favorite album so far because that's my most recent album.
That's my favorite Namjoon album too. We're my right place, wrong person. Right place, wrong person. Yeah, where y'all at? Sorry, I used to always say right person, wrong place, and it just, it gets me. But it is my favorite album, even if I mix it up, because I do have dyslexia. So if you make fun of me, you're being rude to a dyslexic Mexican lady. Is that what you want on your conscience? Didn't think so.
But thanks for noticing, by the way.
They're
But,
so beautiful, the photographs. And you... Sorry to interrupt
sorry.
you.
I was really trying to get away from where I was because just by the excuse of that I'm too busy just doing my role and doing all those schedules, I just realized that I'm too lazy these days for digging stuff and studying all those great art world outside. And when I was working on the album right before the military, I just tried to get away as far as I could. And Wing Shah was, of course, everybody loves Wong Kar-wai's movies. And it's really interesting that even the Gen Zs and the Alphas, there are lots of fans of Wong Kar-wai still. So I think it's proving that he built such an like his own original world by himself. And all I focused was just to be more chill and not too nervous all the times because being a leader of the team in the pop industry, they gave me a lot, but it also they took many things from me. So the one thing was that I was always like stuck in, I have to do this very well. I want to do this really good. I have to do my best all the time. So there was always some kind of tensions with my whole life. And I just tried to loosen it. And me and my team thought that Wing Shah would be a wonderful artist who could lead me to another world.
Oh.
Because he always captures the I think he has such like really sensitive like setups for those frames and the objects. But when he grabbed the camera, it feels like he just does it really rough and just in a second.
Yeah.
Gosh.
I kind of feel that. I didn't know much about the photographer, anything about the photographer for Right Place, Wrong Person, but the photos felt so, I don't know, they felt like nostalgic in a way, like when somebody's at a wedding, they're like, say cheese in like the 80s, you know, like they're grabbing a camera like, oh my God, let me catch this. Okay, now let's go back and boogie on the dance floor. It felt quick like that, but I also felt intentional as well, and there was also like a little bit of like uncanny vibes, like it looks like a normal picture but there's so much depth to it in a way where you're like, I feel a little eerie looking at this. Like that photographer, they honestly killed it. I love every single photo and poster that came out of that album. It's a masterpiece, a literal masterpiece.
Yes, so it was really
It is, you know, it is.
new
You
and a
agree.
fresh experience for me to work with him with a bald hair.
And
Our bald king.
they're so striking, and that picture of you in a pool of light is just, it's like he's able to show more of you than maybe you might care to reveal, you know, with your privacy. But to see those pictures was very, I felt that I learned something more about you to look at them. There was such a depth to them, and
Oh, that's really wonderful to hear. Thank you. He will also like it.
I mean, it seemed like a meeting of spirit and creative kind of.
It was an old hotel, like dumped.
Really?
Yes, and it's just, I think it's just being used like a place for location for shootings these days, because I think it's on sale, the building, but I think it's not sold yet. So it was really like a strange place, like back room.
Wow, the back
So I think
rooms. I wonder if he watched that
he's
movie.
a veteran, so he captured the maybe the blurry concept or the thing that I want to deliver by in the name of in the title of Right Place, Wrong Person.
Yeah.
Because I think in 2026, most of the people could think themselves like that. Like when you are in a company and you're like, you feel like you're the only wrong person. Am I the only one who think like this or who acts like this? I think everyone may have an experience of feeling like he or she is a wrong person in a right place, or a right person in a wrong place.
Yeah. Feeling the outsider is a thing
Yes.
you hear a lot of people talking about. And
In terms of loneliness, you said it's getting more connected and connected by the phones and the media, but it's the contradiction that people with depression and loneliness are getting a lot these days.
yeah, it is. And you're constantly surprising in your artistic references. And I noticed you had Kim Gordon's Bye Bye on playing on one of your Instagram posts. And
Whoa.
I love
She
that.
did her
She's
research.
I know she was also on Fashion Neurosis.
Yes, she was.
And I think and everyone knows she's the coolest grandmother in the world. I don't want to call her a grandma, but she's the coolest.
I need to find out who the hell they're talking about. Because grandma or not, I think having Kim Namjoon call you the coolest anything in the world is such a compliment. And I love this interview so far. I think she did such a good job like doing research on him. Not like him as RM of BTS, but like actually Namjoon. Like this is going so well.
I
don't want to call her a grandma, but she's the coolest.
She is. Is it like, because I love that, her music, that sort of punk music, that was my generation. And if I wanted to listen to a Korean singer who embodied that kind of crackle and tension and sort of thing that she has, who would you recommend?
BTS. Actually, I don't know the artist that they're talking about, but I do think BTS has a lot of punk energy. Okay, I do think they have a lot of like emo, like angsty, because punk is very like F the patriarchy, do what you want. Don't let societal norms control your life. And I do think, especially in their earlier albums and even now, they do touch on a lot of those themes, which is why the emo, pop, punk, child pipeline to BTS fan is just so real. It's so real for a lot of us.
Really, really strong.
Yeah.
And intense.
Is he gonna say
you
epic
should
high?
Listen to No Brain.
No Brain. Okay.
You could already feel the.
I get it.
The band is called No Brain.
Yeah.
And I think the coolest grandfather who's still ongoing, like Kim Gordon, his name is Kim Chang-won, and he was also in a band called Sanullim, which is translated as the Echoes of the Mountain. It's like Sonic Youth of Kim Gordon.
Wow, yeah.
I think it's very psychedelic, but I think he's truly one of the best Korean artists in the history. So I would recommend you.
I gotta check him out.
No Brain and Kim Chang-won.
Okay, I'm going to check them out.
Heck
That's exciting.
Me too.
And you're interested in art and you have a sophisticated taste in paintings and sculpture. And I read that you like Philip Guston and Giacometti, and you have an amazing collection in your home, mostly of Korean
like an art
art.
gallery.
I wondered, what was the first piece of art that you knew that you liked?
On tour, when you're doing a tour, sometimes you just can't go out because there are a lot of fans, and it's really hard to just be on your own. So in 2018, I was really, really bored, and I got nothing to do. I didn't know anything.
2018. Are we talking Love Yourself era? Is that Love Yourself era, 2018, mic drop, maybe?
Except like shopping or playing games in the room. So it just suddenly popped up, and a member of the team called V just proposed me, like, why don't we go to a museum?
Oh.
And I was like, a museum? I'm not a museum guy.
Whoa.
Isn't it just boring just to go there? But we just went there because we got nothing to do. And I saw the paintings of Monet and Van Gogh and Sarah. And of course, I knew the names of them because I saw them in the book when I was in school. So, but it was literally the first time to just ever, like physically, to have a chance to look at their actual paintings. And I think Impressionism is still the biggest, the most widest open entrance for all of the outside people in the art world.
Yeah.
So Monet and Gauguin and Sarah, they opened me the entrance. And as I got into it, like further and further, more and more, my taste became a little bit more of a complex and complicated. So, yeah, that's how I just got into it.
Oh, that smile again. Girl, I did not know V was the one that got Namjoon into museums. I thought this man was born in a museum. He looks like a damn statue, okay? Like, he looks like a piece of art. I had no idea, but I think that's so cool because even in a season of Bon Voyage, all the members are doing other stuff, riding bikes, going for walks, whatever. And V is like, nah, I'm going to a museum. Like, he straight up loves being in museums. And I love that so much because I do think that it's so fun to go to museums and stuff like that. And I'm so grateful to my grade 10 history teacher because outside of the school curriculum, he would just help us raise money so that we could go to Toronto to go to museums together. And I remember that being like such a new experience for me, but I ended up loving it because you learn how to appreciate art. It's like so peaceful in there. It's so big and wide and vast, and there's so many different things to look at and appreciate. And it's very, very cool. Very, very cool. So I love that. I think that's so cool. I had no idea if he did that though. That's sick.
Because in the video, you have a little sculpture by Ugo Rondinoni.
Oh, yeah.
Which I love. I once went to his house in New York.
Oh.
And he had all these crazy sculptures everywhere. It was really exciting.
I just loved how he just added the colors to the rocks.
Yeah.
So it twisted. Art helps you make it widen for your perception to the world. And after I saw the colors of his rocks and stones, I think he gave me a twist of when I also see the actual mountains and rocks. So I just love that.
No, I love that.
Great. Gosh.
Seeing art in the real world.
You talked about something called airport fashion, and you said, people expect me always to wear something new. And I wondered what your favorite airport fashion is at the moment.
I didn't even think about that. I just think about BTS at the airport, and then it's like fun to see what they wear. But I guess that's like a huge thing that I learned through watching BTS. I don't know if it's just like the idol scene, because I don't know if people do this to like North American celebrities where they follow them to the airport and then they're like, what were they wearing? I don't know, but it's a huge thing. Like, I know that YouTube channels be live streaming BTS, waiting for BTS at the airport. As soon as they get off the plane, everybody's taking pictures, sharing photos of what the members were wearing. And it's like, that's a lot of pressure. After traveling, you want these men to serve looks after they just served looks at a concert, out on the streets, at these interviews at their press. Now they can't even get off the airplane in cozy gear. We're still perceiving them. Like, I'm sure it must be fun to an extent for the members to be like, ooh, we're going to get paparazzi'd. But I'm also sure they're like, girl, can I just go home? I'm exhausted, man. Ooh, ooh, da-da-da-da. My baby. Yeah, I'm going out, baby.
Such a good expression.
Yes. They're my favorite airport fashion. I remember when I first see, I think it was like 12 years ago, and like 2013 or 14, and I got to know the collective, the crew, Art Future of Tyler, the creator, and Frank Ocean, are all sweatshirt, and damn. I just got to love their vibes, and so
that was a fun
I was
era.
Not very rich at that time, so all I could buy was the T-shirt of Golf Wang, and it looked, when I looked at the picture of those times, it's ridiculous because I'm wearing like pink socks and the donuts for the T-shirt.
So
but
cute.
I kind of like it because it reminds me of the times that I was really more pure and,
Oh,
and more
innocent.
younger. And
Yeah.
I just got to realize that if you hate something too much, then you kind of like it.
Yes, that's so
If you
true.
really hate it, then you just got no interest.
Period. You know what's so funny? Y'all know I used to be a believer, okay? I was that girl, and I was like young, so don't come for me. But I was that girl that I was like, I hate Justin Bieber. To my best friend at the time that was a hardcore believer. I'm talking pictures all over her walls, inside her closet. There was not a lick of wall that didn't have Justin Bieber's face on it. And I was like, he's so weird. Like, ugh, I hate Justin Bieber. And then she lends me his Never Shout Never DVD, and I fall in love with him instantly. So I think there is so much truth in what he's saying that if you hate something, it probably means that you low-key like it. Like, what?
That's such a brilliant point. It's always, there's something in there, isn't there?
Yes. So it's ironically it's my favorite.
It's so
The pink socks.
cute.
Yeah.
I want to know what picture
Are
he's
there
talking about.
certain
Send it to
garments
me.
that make you feel better when you're feeling low?
I call it in Korea, maybe. Me and my friends call it like the hills. And I have my hills. And they are, I think the nature is always the best therapist. 70% of Korean land is made of mountains. So we could go hiking in every cities. So mountains, rivers, and the sea. We also have sea in Korea too. So they are my teachers and therapists. And mostly the friends. Because I don't like myself sometimes when I feel like I'm too obsessed with the relationships. Like I always ask myself, like, could you just please be on your own for a second?
Aww.
Why do you always need somebody to talk to or to go for a trip? Could you just let yourself be alone for like a week?
Damn.
And because I mostly feel really hard to be just do nothing and just be on my own.
Me too,
So,
King. I can't.
But friends,
I have to try.
I think sometimes they're everything.
Yeah.
Family and friends.
They are everything. And that's the thing. I think a lot of people who see someone who's always with their significant other or with their best friend and be like, no, like you need to learn how to be independent. You have to be on your own. But why? Isn't that what friends and family are for? Isn't it for communication, for connection? You know, the humans, we crave, we yearn for connection a lot of the times. So I don't know. I think there's nothing wrong with wanting to be around people. Yes, I think it's good to like be able to be independent, but I don't think it's the worst thing to want to have people around you. Me personally, y'all, I have spent one day alone since I moved out at the age of 18. Isn't that crazy? I'm 30 now. I spent one day alone, and it was actually a couple months ago when my Pookie went to New York to take videos of the billboard that we did with BTS, and I was so scared that night alone. But it did teach me a lot. But still, it did teach me that I like being with people too. It's just too scary, guys. It's too scary. Maybe one day though. Maybe one day I'll go on a solo trip. Like those of you who have gone on solo trips, do you recommend it? Do you like it? Or be honest, did you go on a solo trip and you were like, yeah, I don't think I'd do that again. I wish I had somebody to talk to the whole time. Because I think that would be me 100%. I can't imagine looking at something cool and be like, oh, I have no one to share this with. Like that just kind of bums me out. It does.
I think sometimes they're everything.
Yeah.
Family and friends. And art, of course, music, architecture, books, and art. there are lots of hills that I always have to rely on, and that's the exact point. I just finally find myself like, I'm too weak. I always need those hills.
Oh, it's
Yes.
not weak, it's strong.
I suppose part of being strong is to recognize weakness, or what people call weakness, but it's just a different mode, isn't it? It's a different place, as long as you don't, speaking for myself, sink down too far, and then there's so far to come up. And
Yes, I think being strong starts from admitting your weakness and your defects and flaws. I have too many flaws.
No.
you're quite a hard taskmaster on yourself.
Thank you.
Maybe because I grew up in Korea, and Korea is such a very intense country, but that
Clock
was
it,
the,
clock it,
you know,
speak on it.
that's where the contradiction comes through, because that's the exact point what made Korea this Korea. So
Yeah.
I love it, but I hate it at the same time.
It's the way that he can always find balance in everything. Like Korea is so strict, you know, everybody say no. The men have spoken on that so much, and I love that he can see the negatives and the positives, because there's never going to be a perfect society, a perfect person, a perfect anything. We're all flawed, deeply flawed. And if you don't think you're flawed, then that's your flaw. You're not perfect. I'm sorry, Denise. I know you sold $900 at the bake sale, but that doesn't mean you're all that, okay? But it's good to recognize the goods and the bads, and he's really good at that.
But I suppose that's also the signature of an artist. I mean, I read this little book about Giacometti once, and he tortured himself about his work and was always undoing it and
Fixing it.
yeah. And but if you can bear to be like that, it's incredible.
Yes. Sometimes I just don't know any ways else but pushing yourself too hard to the edge. I mean, it's really too much overwhelming sometimes, but eventually I want to be a different person. I want to get away from this someday.
No.
Well, it's good. Things are phases, and you're such a young person, and you've done so much. And you seem as though when you set your mind to something that you go towards that. So I'm looking forward to seeing your next. On the cover of your new album, Arirang, BTS are all wearing these permutations of an elegant suit that could almost be a uniform. And it's glamorous, and it suggests the confidence to be subtle. And do you feel like subtlety is a more representative of where you are at the moment?
Yes, because we had to admit that we are very confused, and we just can't reach a like a certain very obvious consensus of visions or tastes or dreams. So it was a very confused album.
Oh.
I think I'm still very confused, and I think about subtlety a lot, but yeah, like I just don't really know. It's very subtle, but so we want it to be very straight forward, but we failed. But we did know that we were going to fail. That was maybe the place that the subtlety comes from. And those conflicts and the shakings, I think it's where I am right now in 2026. I want to be very certain and straight, but I think I always fail.
I mean, I think it's the most incredibly beautiful picture because it seems...
I fail at being straight too, Namjoon. It's all good. But no, I get what he's saying. Like, oh my gosh. I do think that the suits were like subtle, but they did tell such a deep story, especially because they kind of were paying homage to the birthplace of Arirang, I guess, those South Korean people who went to America to spread the word of what was happening in Korea at the time. I do think it was subtle, but in a way it's like subtle but bold and powerful, and I think BTS is like that. They're not in your face like, ha, we're rich, we're BTS, we're better than all of y'all. They're just better without having to be all flashy and stuff like that. And everybody knows, like, BTS is on everybody's mind. And I think that's a way of being subtle and bold. And I think even their cover with them in the suits is very subtle and bold in that aspect.
I mean, I think it's the most incredibly beautiful picture because it seems to have all this, it seems to capture the past of each member. And even though, you know, there are certain similarities in the way that you're all dressed, there's this individuality that really shines out of each person. And I think it's really beautiful. And I suppose there is no such thing as certainty in a way. So, and that's got to be good because it means things can evolve. And, you know, as somebody with a lot of ideas, that
I like that.
It's just a bit nerve-wracking to feel,
Yeah.
feel like that. And because you come across as someone with immense focus and inner strength. And what does self-discipline mean to you? And when does it feel strengthening? And when does it feel restrictive?
Sometimes I feel like I'm too much of a control freak for myself.
Is that my twin? What you need, twin? I need to swap with you. I need to go on the couch for a bit. My turn, Namjoon. No, as soon as she started talking about self-discipline, I was like, oh, I am an extremely self-disciplined person. I am. And I think it stems from having no discipline from my parents growing up, like in a way, like they were both immigrants and they were navigating life. It was their first time living too. So I think the beginning of my life was very chaotic, and I think that's okay. And that's why I think I'm so self-disciplined now. But like she said, it can be very restrictive. It's like I almost stop myself from having fun because I don't want my structure to like dissipate. Because once my structure dissipates, I remember younger me. She had no structure, and girl, it was a mess. It was a mess. It was a mess in every sense of the word, and I don't ever want to live that again. So, oh my God, please, Namjoon, give me some words of wisdom, please, because I think I'm a little too hard on myself still to this day. But that's what got me to where I'm at. It's like a double-edged sword. It really is.
I'm too much of a control freak for myself. Just like, you must not get lazy. It's not the time to chill out. Like, for example, I think the tour is one of the final completion of a musician, because it's a total package of music, performance, choreographies, and visuals, and most importantly, the fans. And we have this such communion, eye to eye and face to face. But once the tour starts, I was forgetting about this because it's been almost 7 years that we haven't been on tour because of the COVID and the military.
yes.
And so it was in a while. And the tour started 3 months ago. And I got to realize, like, man, I have so much time without, but it's such a, I have to use lots of energy to do this. So most of the time, except the actual concerts, I'm like exhausted.
Yeah.
But I always try to go out, like, for example, here I'm in London, so I'm planning to go to a Hayward Gallery to see the Anish Kapoor's exhibition. And
Ooh.
I jump too much in the tour, so my legs, they always hurt so much.
Oh, no.
It's really hard to walk.
Not him talking about that. And I saw a TikTok earlier today where he mentioned that his boobies bounce when he jumps on stage. And then I saw another video that showed his chest jumping up and down in slow motion. Like, why? I'm in this serious interview thinking about his titties jumping around. Gosh darn it.
Just walk. But I always push myself, like, when could you see this place or exhibition if it's not now? But
damn.
So my self-discipline is just always about those two things. Like, am I controlling myself too much? No. It's okay, you could chill out. It's been 15 years. You always waited for this moment.
Oh.
No. The world is flowing too fast. You have to push it more. No, you have to chill out.
Bro,
me. Please chill out.
Me.
So a friend of mine told me, I just hope you live the life of an undercover, like, even more. Like, push it to the edge even more. Like, when you are in the team, just do all those stuff like a pop star, like a pervert. Like you could do it even better and better. You should enjoy it. But when you just come back to your, like, a private time, just be yourself. Say anything, spit it out. You could do both roles even more and more and better. Just don't try to combine it together. I think that's where your insecurity comes from. And that helped me really much. But it's really hard just to do that sometimes.
It's a great bit of advice, I must say. And is there a particular garment that you find attractive on somebody that you're romantically interested in?
Yes. I think about it a lot. And
what?
I think
whatever he says next, I'm buying 50 of and wearing them at the concert I'm going to.
I kind of want to see like the contradictory image from somebody, because like if somebody could be very, very serious, but very, very ridiculous and humorous at the same time, maybe I think I might fall in love with that person.
No. He likes the duality. Well, King, I like that too. And that's why I'm obsessed with you and all of the other members of BTS. But damn it, that means he has to get to know me to wear that garment. It's not even a specific garment. It's not an article of clothing he's talking about. He's fully talking about, wow, this person seems so serious. But then it's like an anime moment where it's like, wow, the quiet, serious girl. But then she's like so cute and so loving and takes care of animals. But you only know that if you know the person. Namjoon, call me King. Come on.
So nice.
Yes. Because I don't know why. Maybe if I could be with that kind of person for a long time, I feel like I might have a really, really like a happy life and happy times with,
Oh, he's so
like such
cute.
full of content.
Yeah.
Talking about maybe the social issues from like political things, and just to like, which beer do you prefer the most, Belgian or German?
Boy,
I prefer Korean, something like that.
Yeah.
That is so real. And I think that's so good to have in a relationship. And I love that that's what he talked about, because I do think it's important to have a partner where you can dive deep and be serious with, like he said, talk about political, societal issues. Okay. But also have silly, fun, happy times with. And I definitely have that with my partner of 9 years. And I'm so glad to have somebody like that, because there are days where I feel like I need to just like, I see things on the news and I feel like I just need somebody to vent to about this with and to talk to about it with and unpack it, because I have so many big feelings. But on the flip side, after we have those big feelings, we're like, so do you want to play like Stardew Valley and eat ice cream naked on the couch, babe? Like, you know what I mean? It's just nice to have a balance. And wow, what an attractive answer from Kim Namjoon.
Yeah, I think I find such when
Riz.
see somebody's very, very a duality.
Yeah.
The duality.
And if you fancy someone and don't like something they're wearing, does it kill your attraction?
Yes, I've been telling my man, go change. You look like a Muppet. Go change. And you know what? He used to get mad at me, but his fashion is insane these days. He be looking sexalicious 24/7. And he also tells me when I'm looking a mess too, which I always appreciate. He says it a lot nicer.
I think I used to when I was young, because I was like, fashion is everything. Like clothes, it's the best way to express yourself.
Interesting.
But, Rick already taught me fashion neurosis.
Oh.
There was the lesson. And I think as I got a little bit older, I've learned how to really, really respect somebody's taste and a way of expressing themselves.
Okay, now I look like a bad person. When I'm clocking my man's, it's because he's trying to leave the house in a shirt with stains on it or holes in it. You know what I'm saying? And that's when I have to draw the line. But yeah, he can express himself however he wants, guys. I promise.
I was talking that I'm learning about it like years ago, but now I think I could say that I became a person like that even more. And for that part, that is the exact part that I want to become like that even more and more. And fashion is the clothes. It's really important because we just habitually judge other people just by the looks and the fashion.
Yeah.
So nobody wants to be judged easily. So
Because on your album, Arirang, you have a song called Normal.
Yes.
And I wondered, what rituals do you have to create normality when there's less of it around in your life? And because I noticed on your video when you were showing the art that you made your bed, and I wondered if that was one of your rituals and what rituals you use to ground yourself.
to turn off, right?
That's such a good question. Whoa.
The word, sometimes a language or a single word could define your entire world. So just my obsession with a word, normality.
Yeah.
That was the way, one of the best way to like get away from it. Like you should be normal. You should just be one of them, because I am living like a strange life. But as I got to like obsess with the like, oh, I want to be like a normal person. Like I just want to be one of them. And as I got so obsessed with it, I think it just runs away from me even more.
Yeah.
So
I love that.
I'm trying to stop thinking about normality.
Yeah.
I love that
That's
so
a really
much.
good idea.
You should turn yourself off. You should be private. You should not be noticed. I am trying to get away from it.
Love it.
I mean,
Period. I love that. The more you try to chase normality, the more it runs away from you. Girl, I remember, people made fun of me for my makeup and stuff like that. So I literally started doing like natural makeup. And when I look back on videos of me in that era where I was dressing less, out there, less patterns, less this and that, just less of me, just less of the expression that I'd always given myself. I look back at those videos and I'm like, who is that? Like literally. And I remember around the era when I was trying to be more normal, because that's what people on the internet were telling me that I should do. I feel like I lost myself in so many ways, not just in like the fashion way, but it ended up impacting my mental health way more than I could have even ever imagined and all these things. And nah, man, you got to live for yourself. Who cares about being normal in this economy? Who cares? Okay. It's all gonna end someday anyway. Just live life the way you want to live it. And if that's a normal life, that's okay too. You slay, normal baddies. You slay.
the most incredible album I've...
Oh, sorry, let me put it back.
I mean, it's the most incredible album. I've really immersed myself in it and been enjoying it so much. And your process is so rigorous, and the effect is both optimistic and full of freedom and inclusion. And I love the song Hooligan, and it has these captivating melodies and also what sounds like metallic. Mm-hmm. I mean, I imagine swords clashing like ancient sounds. And how do you bring all these things together? I mean, it's an impossible question to answer as I'm asking it, but it's so, you have all these kind of beautiful things happening, and then the effect is just very, very direct and definite and goes straight into the heart.
We had a lot of friends and partners who helped us so much. We did the session for an album like 3-4 months, and we stayed in LA, and we luckily had a chance to work with such like great musicians and artists that could help expand our world. Mm-hmm. And Hooligan is also one of my favorite.
Is it? Oh,
yes, it's produced by, it's a track by El Quincho, and he did a lot of music for Rosalia.
Oh. Wow, La Rosalia.
So he's a very, very extraordinary and special sound maker. Mm. So he brought all those strange and never heard of sound to the session.
Yeah.
And
he killed it.
I remember Jungkook and J-Hope did make those amazing, like no-brainer top lines for, and also like came up with the word hooligan. So the credit is like, I think I did such a small part of for this album, because the team itself got so much bigger than before, and And even the other members, they also have done their own solo careers, and
They got that
they grew up
experience.
so much. So I count on them so much.
Oh.
So I'm a
Why does that straight up sound like something a dad would say? Like, this is the second time I think he's mentioned how much the members have grown up. And I really think that's so amazing. And it's like they've grown up, so I rely on them now. And that kind of feels like a parent. You know, you raise your kids, and then later on in life, your kids help take care of you. And it's like this beautiful balance, like circle of life moment. And I know that's like stretching it for BTS and Namjoon, but no, for a long time, Namjoon was holding it down, making albums, lyrics, you know, doing interviews, translating, like so much by himself. So it is great to see him talking about the members and their growth. And I think a lot of the members, when they were doing their solo, their solo albums, they realized how much work it was to do all of that alone, and it helped them gain experience. And now they all have that to bring to the table when they're all back together again, which is now. And it takes off so much of the burden off Namjoon, which is so amazing. So hearing that he has like such a small part in this album, his words, not mine, because I know he did a lot too, it's actually like a relief, because he's played his gigantic role for so long now. It's good to see that everybody is bringing so much that like nobody's super stressed out. You know, they're all equally stressed out. Slay Kings. No, it's actually really cute, and it makes me really happy.
So I count on them so much. So I'm a very, very lucky person, and I've learned so much through the process of making the album. And I think I could do better when it comes back to my solo album, the next. So yeah, it's a beautiful back and forth, I guess.
Hello. Oh my God.
Well, thank you so much, RM, for being on Fashion Neurosis. And it's just been wonderful to listen to you and to connect with everything that you've talked about. It's
such an honor to be here. And I might be the first Korean.
I am so honored to have you here.
So happy.
And I just think there's something magical that you've done with your music, that you managed to touch people from such a huge age range, and that is really,
that's so true,
a huge talent, the talent of a leader that you clearly manifest. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. I always wanted to have a podcast experience, and I think it's my first time.
Really?
Yes, I've done thousands of interviews, of magazine, videos, and like music content, but a format of bumping into somebody's home, Casa, and talking with Bella. She's an amazing person, and this was one of my deepest and the most honest and happiest interview that I've ever done.
Thank you so much. Thank you. It means so much.
Oh my God, what an actual cutie pie, girl. Is that Jungkook behind her? By the way, this whole time, the bunny rabbit watching over his bias, Namjoon. So sweet. Honestly, I fully believe that this is his favorite interview that he's ever done. I look back at interviews before the hiatus, before they went off to the military, and he was always like, yeah, what's your favorite song? We like, which is not a bad thing. Like, he was playing the role. He was doing what he had to do, and he had all these other things on him. But a lot of interviewers are asking him, which member is your favorite? A million times. They're like, wow, what's your favorite color? A million times. And I know that man was mentally exhausted and just had to slap a smile on his face to get through those trying times. But he was always humble and grateful. But to see him so relaxed, on this comfy couch, just having a nice talk with Bella. Like, it even brings a sense of ease and serenity over me, a girl who's also a very high-strung woman, control freak woman. It makes me feel calm, and it makes me feel happy for him that he gets to do these interviews now, that he chooses the type of interviews he wants to do and the ones that like make him happy. So yes. And I would love to hear this king have a podcast too, especially if he's going to whip out the British accent as well. That was the loveliest time. Oh my gosh. For a girl who's always, on edge as well and just always stressing about something, it was so nice to just sit here and watch such a peaceful interview, to hear Namjoon talk about his life experiences. Not only did we get to hear about his burdens as a leader, but we also got to hear about his family life. I found out his mom is a teacher. I found out his dad wanted to be a cartoon artist. I found out V was the first one to like take him to a museum. Like, just so much lore was dropped, and I'm always so grateful when the men bring us into their lives even more. Truly, I really am. So it was a fun time, and I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed it too, okay? If you liked it, don't forget to drop a like, comment, and subscribe. And if you're interested in bonus content, early access, and live streams, you can always find me on Patreon. The link is in the description box down below to meet so many cute faces. You're gonna explode with kindness, okay? But I love you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.